together for Case Wu, everyone. I'm quite thrilled today because the last time I did this was, I don't know when. I do this once in a long while. I did in NUS, I did Republic Poly, all over the place. Okay, now back to why am I even standing here, like sharing all these things? And who am I? Okay, like I said, I did plan this, so this is going to come out as it is. I was born in 1970, so that makes me 47 this year. Okay, when I was young, I was a big fan of 80s music, Depeche Mode, Duran Duran, and all that. So I got myself started in music. I wanted to play. I didn't want to study. I was not very good with academics. My results weren't that good. I wanted to be a musician. So yeah. So I did fulfill that part of it. I did graduate overseas in electronics engineering. I came back, I threw the paper back to my parents and go, there you go, this is for you, it's not for me. So this is for you, and then I got lucky because a friend of mine was starting a studio in 1995. So that's when I decided to go full-time to be a composer in the studio. But I'm really not a very good musician, and I like to put that through first of all because it's like I said, I'm very thrilled to always be coming out to talk to musicians when you guys are more musicians than me, because I'm not a live music player. I cannot play live. I have friends here who can vouch that I cannot play live. I can't. I'm a keyboardist. I can't play the keyboard live. Till today, you put me in front of a keyboard, and I still cannot play live. I am a programmer. My discipline is in a studio. So I can look for stuff and I can create stuff, I can form stuff, I can put things together and I can look for the right note. But I don't play live. So hence it's not like, when I do a gig, it doesn't mean that I'll be playing live. I play stuff that I programmed from these things. Or at most, this thing that I've been doing, this stuff like that is just, it's like, okay, my whole life I can't play anything live. Why not just play this kind of thing live then, And my first experience was this was introduced to me by a friend who asked me to watch some YouTube videos, and then like many years back, there were some influences like Arab music. Later on, some years later, Native Instrument. From Native Instrument, you saw artists like Jeremy Ellis and some of those great finger drummers these days. That came a bit later. So I kind of joined that crowd to be a part of the finger drumming community. And now this community is building up. This is one way of playing live with just drum machines. You can program it, but you can also play live. Okay. Back to a little bit about me. I guess that I'm supposed to set the stage of why am I talking to you. Okay. When I joined the studio, I didn't know how to use software. I only had hardware backgrounds because my whole background is on drum machines and things like that. And the first client walked in on my second day of work, and that client would be Discovery Channel. So I didn't know how to work on the software. My client walked in and had a video with some animals running across the screen and says that they need music for that. So, and okay, fine. And the client says that he'll be back in 2 hours and see what I got. So from that point onwards, I have developed this I have no time to prepare things, or I'll just work things out on the spot and just stuff. It's a different kind of discipline, where you have time to jam or you have friends to jam with. I never had that privilege. I spent 6 years of my life in the studio, going from Discovery Channel to doing commercials for Pepsi, for Nippon Paint, to all kinds of stuff. But basically, during those days in the 90s, I was a bit known as the composer for Discovery Channel Singapore. So when you turn on Discovery Channel and you watch Discovery Channel, the background during the promos or certain things like that, the music was by me. I didn't think much of that. It's just my work. I don't care what it is. So that started me out in my accidental career in music composition. And because the timeline was so tight, it's not as if you have time to really sit there and enjoy playing music. You have to search for things to put together to form the music for my client. So that kind of give me the discipline, of a studio musician. Studio musicians are mostly like that. I have a lot of friends who are doing that as well. But the difference is that a lot of them can also play live. They have bands and they play pubs, or they play with Ame, or they fly with the celebrities and they play live. I never had that privilege. So so when I share my story, or when I try to train musicians, I try to tear you apart. I try to tear your knowledge apart. That means you already know how to play music. I'm trying to make you not know how to play music. Because I'm a strong believer of Yoda's, sorry. He says to unlearn what you learn. So I find that to be very true. Everything that you have learned today as a musician, throw that out the window, and then pretend you are a baby, you don't know anything, and then you turn on your equipment and then search and play things with brand new eyes. So my brain is wired in such that my memory is so bad I can't. So pardon me, I have friends who are always chasing me to go jam in sessions, but I can't do that. To train myself to play, to jam with you for the 2 hours, I tell you, the amount of work you cannot imagine just for me to remember the bloody chords to play those 7 songs in the studio. So I did. Okay, so but anyway, I'm not that kind. Okay, so today, some things I'm going to cover today will also be an interactive thing, because you guys can interrupt me whenever you see, everyone is here for a purpose. And I understand that there are some questions, or I don't think you came to watch a gig like a live performance. Those you can pay for some gig you can watch. But today I want to see if there's some way I can answer questions. I've been in the industry for 20 years, so I've gone through a lot of things. I have suffered, I have been used, I have been abused, I have not been paid. Till today, I'm still not paid for a lot of things. I've been, a musician's life is just like that. For goodness sake, I'm 47. And I rather put gear in my living room than a girlfriend. My whole life basically is in this already. So the most I can do is to share knowledge and things like that with you guys. I don't know if there's a young generation and I came from the older generation. I worked with Dick Lee, I worked with Iskandar, Shah Tahir. I did NDP 2014. Imagine for a bunch of veteran musicians to call Case up, to say, Case up, can you do the first 10-minute segment of NDP 2014? Sure, why not, right?